All right, traders, I'm in for the daily trading session. And just to review, I'm up like $400 from yesterday, which is good. I'm in the CFX position, which I added on to, and it's moved in my favor. I'm just reviewing where we are with. Has actually gone against me. Okay. I'm curious on Ohm. That was one I cut that I thought it was correct to cut, whether it moves up. Yeah, I'm glad I got out of that. Um, ETH, I'm not trading ETH. BNB I got filled on a long. It was a small long, and unfortunately, this is unfortunate. But I mean, it happens. It's okay. I'm not going to complain too much about it. My limit order is set right here in this 4 hour fair value gap at 58,857. It came within $40 of filling, and then it's ran um, $1,300 from it, and it's a whole one Bitcoin position. So, um, annoying, but it is what it is. I cannot be too annoyed. Come on, I'm up money, so let's chill. Let's back up. Okay, let's look, see what's going on. Gold had a big green day. Um, US 100 sideways, US 200 went down. Basically sideways. Slight red day, which is interesting because it was CPI. Um, I thought there would be more volatility around that, but I guess there was with Bitcoin, right? So let's take a look. Calendar today, and there's PPI tomorrow. So what happened? CPI came in higher than expected. Okay, just barely. Okay, but it's still pretty low, right? Topping expectations. Okay, still looks good. Okay. Um, Let me quickly go through every chart. Bitcoin dominance has been bleeding off. ETH dominance has been looking good. BNB. When am I recording this, by the way? We're 26 minutes into the new daily candle, so total Solana. Yeah, Sui is one I didn't take, which would be working. Sui, TWT, and Apt. I didn't take any of these. They signaled and they would have worked. But I didn't take them because I have a secondary filter process. And they just didn't look right. And that same filter process is what got me out of Ohm and it saved me from some losses. So, um, yeah. So I'm just looking. I don't expect any signals. I'm seeing helium hit this monthly low. I don't long alts because they hit monthly lows. Gas is up. So this is also one that I didn't take, which good thing I didn't. Wait, I guess I could take it. Hang on, let's back up. Because this is just the new hour. So what's going on? Gas is one that's maybe possibly shortable. I don't like that it's showing relative strength, but depending on what's going on, it still might be shortable. So, okay. What's really going to determine is looking under the hood and seeing All right, what's going on? Dog? Is dog on Mexi yet? It is. So dog's one I can look at also. Setup's just been working so well as selling alts at the highs. But again, I have a secondary filter, and I know sometimes it's gonna work despite the filter, but I'm trying to not lose this month too much, and I just want to take the best shots, especially considering I already have shorts on. Okay. Yeah, ohms. I was short. I got out of it, and I'm glad I did because I got out of it in here, which is a pretty good price, and took it at a profit, which is good considering. Happy with how that went and how I managed it. This is prime is just bleeding. Okay, random alts. And Celestia, Zeta, SCI, gas. So I actually feel like I have a lot of decisions to make here. Chili's again, I'm not taking because um, there's certain news about it, and I just wanted to leave it alone. Okay, so for Bitcoin, I could stay pat. I don't have an opportunity for a fair value gap long, but it's been a nice, really solid move up. But there's no, on the 1 hour, there's been no gaps. On the 4 hour, there's been no gaps. So I feel like I need to leave it alone. I can look on other assets and see, did ETH make a fair value gap? It didn't. Did BNB? It didn't. So depending on how things go, I might even cut this long and look for lower, but we need to go under the hood and look at some advanced order flow to decide how we're going to play this. Okay, so first let's look here. Yesterday's decisions were great. The market looks more neutral than yesterday, but yeah, it looks like we had a pretty good flush, like a pretty solid flush. I like it. Open interest on Bitcoin had a pretty good flush here. Okay, aggregate funding rate. Predicted funding rate predicted to go negative. So yeah, I'd like to be long. I'm unhappy I didn't get filled, but I don't know that there's a way in. We see prices gone down, or CVD's been selling. Although if we look at the global funding rate, it's pretty hot. It's kind of crazy actually, which would predict more downside. Yeah, more downside in the markets. Um, wow, that's kind of shocking almost. So possible more downside. Funding's still pretty hot. actually is getting hotter as price has been coming down, and we see the trend has been we got max buying in here, but then it's been bleeding off. So I do want to chase, but I might need to try to wait for the next level. I could also try for a sweep, but I don't know. It just, oh, it sucks. I would have loved to get in there. I was for like 40, $50 I didn't get filled by, and then it's gone, yeah, $1,400. Oh, it'd be so fucking money, but it's all good. So let's look at ETH and BNB. I'm not in ETH, I am in BNB though. ETH looks quite strong, or has been quite strong. On the other hand, though, to me, it looks like the way ETH is, it's increasingly likely to me that it takes these lows. Like, we're not that far. I don't know that it breaks down, but it seems likely. It seems increasingly likely that it will. Okay. ETH doesn't really look like it needs to be super bullish here. I mean, open interest has been climbing. Actually, funding went negative for a moment. It looks okay. So BNB, it's like, is there something that I'm missing with this negative funding? Is there some carry trade I'm missing? Do you get staking for BNB? Because maybe you're staking spot and selling futures? Okay, maybe that's what's happening. Okay, so maybe funding, I don't know, it's like funding's pretty negative. I'm okay with sticking with it. Okay, which is BNB. For now, sticking with it. Although I maybe would want to put my stop to break even, or not break even, but at the low of this move. I have a lot of decisions to make. This isn't going to be a 30-minute trading session because I don't know that I want to keep my limit here at this point. Maybe. I'm going to see BTC liquidations. I have several alts to go through as well. Yeah. Okay. 145 million. So honestly, a lot, but nothing too crazy. Did hit something. I mean, it it was for sure a good place to enter, but does that mean where price is now, right? Just because price has moved from there. Let me come back to Bitcoin because that's not clear. Because I do need to look at several alts that I'm in, being WIF and CFX, and then there's several alts, dog and gas, that are interesting I was whiff ripping right now. Since I came in, but CFX, not so much. I might need to get out of whiff. I see spot buying. It's just strong. Like, I don't want. It's like, why is it relatively strong, right? Where it had a green day and the rest of the market is red or sideways, right? I don't want to be short the strong one. I want to be short the weak one. And we also see, like, not exactly what I want to see. So I think I'm just going to bail on whiff. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. Interesting. CFX predicted to go negative. This one I feel like I can continue to hold because of what spot's doing and it's showing relative weakness. I'm gonna get out of whiff though. Sad because it went up $500 in my favor and then I closed it at negative $3 loss. But yeah, I guess adding to that position wasn't good. Whiff, a negative, I'll just round it up, negative $4. Not gonna mark it as a win or a loss. Added and advanced. Shouldn't have added. I just shouldn't be adding to positions at the market without a good reason. So there was two. There's gas and dog, which are both possibly giving a signal. So I'm gonna bail on that. Yeah, it's. Ooh, I would be so stoked if that had filled. It's all good. It's all good. CFX. So let's look at dog and gas. I mean, dog just doesn't look like, oops, by any means it's tradable. I just want to see what it looks like though, but this does not look tradable. Let's look at dog. No, dog. Dog. Actual dog. There's so many dogs. Dog. Doge. Whiff. Doge. Dogs. Dog. This one. Well, funding is high. They don't have enough data though, it looks like. It's only from Bybit, which isn't enough data. We're seeing open interest here. Just from yesterday, it's gone from 4 to 8 million in its longs. But spot has also been buying, so I don't really see a world where I can short this right now, especially when it's big green on the day and it didn't really signal. So I'm gonna leave dog alone for now. We can look at gas, maybe gas is tradable. Probably not, because funding's so negative. Well, it actually looks, it's not tradable because it's negative. However, we have a lot of open interest. It's gone from 11 to 26, which is huge. And futures, spot's been selling it off. It's also relatively strong, so I don't know. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. And this, it's only 12 days old, this level too, so maybe up here, maybe I miss it, but it seems like leave it alone. So CFX, I'm gonna stick with. I am gonna advance my stop a little bit though. Okay, so this is the first action that I'm gonna take. I'm gonna put my stop at 0.1893. 0.1, 0.189. Okay, so that's great. BNB, I kind of like leaving it alone here. I don't have a huge amount of risk on it, but on the daily, there's still fair value gap. On the 1 hour, there's still gap. I could consider, if I do anything, I don't see a reason to close. I could consider advancing my stop within this wick. I don't really hate it if I were to put my stop right here. I think I will. I mean, it's really going to increase the risk of a loss happening, but it will also really reduce the consequences of a loss happening. So let's do that. Okay. So I got filled in BNB. BNB was a limit 4 hour fair value gap on the 10th. It was a long. Okay. Yeah, then I have to think about what to do about this. When did that happen? That happened today at 8 a.m. Volume. And it just immediately reversed to the upside. What did I put left? Did I take it off? Yeah. I feel like I mismanaged here somehow because whiff went for 500 and I got nothing out of it. It was adding on is how I mismanaged if I did. Because it was, honestly, it was savvy to get out. Same thing with Ohm. It actually ran for 500, I think. Yeah, okay. So the last thing is how to manage Bitcoin. I could come back later and look. Again, it would be really simple if I had been filled. I'm gonna stay with BNB, but I really don't I mean, I like how Bitcoin looks, but it's not like the total is giving a potential long signal, but yeah, I mean, I think we just stick with that. CFX. The last piece of the puzzle is Bitcoin. ETH, I'm sticking with the long up here, or a sell from over here, and also a sell from up here. I'm not gonna take gas or dog. They look, dog's just running, right? It's too dangerous. Both of these. Bitcoin. Okay, so here's the deal. It's either keep this or exit. There's no fair value gap that's been created. So it's not within my rules to chase it, right? If there had been, like, is there anything on the 30-minute that's obvious, maybe? Right? I mean, if I'm on the 1 hour, I could try something like this. I mean, I'm in BNB, so that's okay. I kind of prefer to wait. So what that could mean would be just don't have 1 hours. BNB is potentially putting in a 1 hour gap, and that could be a place for an add-on. I'm a little bit uncomfortable with this long here now because I think it's maybe still good. It would be, would we sweep this low if we come down here and just take it? I'm okay with that. I'm interested in potentially, well, it's only 10 minutes till we have that actually, and I could add on like this. BNB, it's been the strongest one, right? It's the one that's creating displacement. So from here to here, 63 to 52 would be 12. Yeah, I can wait 10 minutes. Bitcoin, I'm just gonna wait for lower, and I'm gonna sit with the CFX only, and we'll see. I mean, it's equities up from yesterday, so can't be mad. I would need to come back here in the next 7 minutes to not be valid. I'm okay with sticking with CFX. It's been weak. Would love to have gotten filled on that Bitcoin long. That would be so money, but I didn't, and it's okay. Okay, let's try this. So, how much is it gonna be? For let's go to BNB. Funding's negative too. There's a lot that's good about it. So I'm gonna limit here at 561.95. I'm gonna put my stop at 552. I guess I should wait 6 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna not chase on Bitcoin. It's not giving me the displacement to yet. And stay with this limit idea below. It's unfortunate that it did not play out this way, but we might come back and just do this, where we sweep it. It's possible. Gonna leave. Yeah, gas. Good thing we're not doing gas and dog. Trading's been great with, yeah, the market's acting funny where some are working well and some are going up, some are going down, which is good when you can hedge. 5 minutes, right? Because if we need this to actually be a gap, right? I wouldn't want to do this and then, well, it's on the 30. Okay, so 561.95. I'm gonna log off with the stop loss at 552.8, and my take profit is going to be 620. So I'm looking at 4 minutes, 562 to 552.10. So I could do 30. Okay. So the BNB I have 552. Okay, yeah, 3 minutes. It's gonna close as a gap. Guess if I watch this fill in the next 3 minutes, honestly, there's not very much liquidity trading BNB futures. So this isn't very scalable on MEXC. I wonder about KuCoin or BitGet futures. I want to see. Maybe. Oh, not very much liquidity at all. Okay, well that's it. I'm gonna leave that, see what happens. Much love, folks. Happy trading. Peace.